I finally had sex a couple of weeks ago, or last week, or the week before that. And when I had sex with him, he was coming at me at different bad intervals. Like I had neck surgery to get my rhizotomy on. Then I had an MRI that lasted 2 hours. And those are no fun because that's my biggest fear, is being stuck in one of those in an earthquake happen. That's the only fear I have. And heights. I like to look down, but it just give me that. I guess because when I was a kid, I used to climb the fence and I fell and busted my head open with all them stitches. See 'em? That don't compare to the septic stitches, scars that I have that hurt like a motherfucker. I'm going to ask him to reroute that shunt so it goes underneath my fat instead of on top of it, because I have a feeling when I started to gain a little weight, that's when it popped. And I'm not sure. I think it was already broken last year. Let's see. Yes, the last guy I had sex with, I didn't let him come any one of the times he came. I didn't let him come. And the first time he was here, I had to say, "Can you please stop?" The second time I said, "This is too much. I just had surgery on my neck. I can't do anything." "Well, did I ask you to do something for me?" "Yes, you did, but not in the I need a blowjob kind of way." He looked like Spider-Man when he got up on the bed and got over and started making me suck his dick. And I'm sick. And I was on pretty bad drugs. And this asshole came to me right after I had gone to the gynecologist and they had taken a piece of my cervix out, which hurt. And this asshole, I have never done drugs like cocaine. I have never developed a taste for it, never wanted one, because I saw how coked heads treated the world. Coked out heads treated the world the way they did. And I never wanted to be on that. I wanted to say that I lived my entire life without it. Who here hasn't snorted cocaine? Me. But this asshole poured it all over my cunt and was like, "Oh, it won't come out on a blood test, urine test." I was sitting there going, "Nigga, please, what you talking about, Willis? I know these things because I'm older than you." And then to be sorry for something, he sent me these kinds of mushrooms. Look how big that motherfucker is. Rob came and took 2 of them because he's a greedy cunt. He gave me these for my birthday. So now I have to hide them so Rob doesn't get them, because he'll come get them and eat them and be all stoned on his own. Not making me as fucked up as he. Let's see. I think I already did this part. So this guy tried to wanted me to call him Daddy. The only other man I've called Daddy was Josh, because he was Big Daddy who made a baby. I don't want to be anybody else's baby unless they're fucking sugar coming out of their ears. So he was doing this I feel like he was kind of rapey, because the first time we had sex, I was laying down and I told him, "I can't do this. And then he had me flip over to be on my belly and started fucking me like that. And I was like, I can't do this. He thought that I was the same girl I was when I originally wrote Tales of the Uncontrollable Cunt more than 25 years ago. 22. But he thought he was dominant. And he was going to do all these things with me or to me, including being a slave, which I did not care for. This is not my thing. I've never snorted it, but it was poured all over my vagina. And when he thought he had put enough, he ended up putting even more, and I could taste it for 3 days after that in my mouth. I was just so disgusted having to do that, or not having to, it being forced upon me, whether I wanted it to or not. Let's see. Oh, my cunt, my cunt, my cunt. I had to separate her because I had to divorce her because she doesn't listen to me. She's just uncontrollable. And when she strikes, I can't tell her no because it's part of my brain problem, the flight or flight reaction, and the willingness to please somebody more than I please myself. And that's changing because I don't want to be like that anymore. I need someone who is my equal and will see me as an equal and not treat me like I'm a blow-up doll. I called him China Nova, because his name was China and he was a Casanova. My mom said that men think with the wrong head and my pussy was lined with gold. She wasn't wrong. I think I have the biggest, dickest trailing about female ejaculation, teaching about female ejaculation lessons in the I felt like a unicorn whenever I'd give a lesson, especially to those boys that had really long fingers and could touch both top and bottom of my G-spot as well as the side. And that was something. When I have an ultrasound, that's a type of orgasm in and of itself too, because of the pulses of energy that go through you. I definitely loved the long finger, and by the way they could pull that shit off my body. And the only thing better than a clitoral orgasm, a clitoral than anal, better than kegels, better than upper G spot, better than lower G spot, better than the ultrasound, better than the uterine orgasm, better than the cunnilingus thing, better than G spot, better than a upper G spot, better than the butterfly. Or then there's the butterfly with orgasm. plus when you push a baby through, that's when you have that kind of orgasm, because the baby touches your G-spot as it comes out, and that's why some women come, and some of them are too ashamed to say that's what happened to them. Sucks to be a woman and not understand your own body, because people won't let you. When you have a butterfly orgasm and you push down, you have that orgasm whether you like it or not, because your whole vagina opens up, and that's one of the handheld versions of my orgasms. Let's see. So I've been on TV twice. Once when I was bringing home baby, and it was against all odds. And that's because we weren't sure if Cassius was going to live. Oh, I was on Super Fuckers 18 or 13. I had a body like Jennifer Aniston and an accent like a Kentuckian. Because they needed to translate some of the shit into English to make it more appealing. Because there weren't enough people learning language of sex. They wanted it to come to them, as usual. So I can't wait to get this ovary removed, because it hurts. And it's a good thing that I waited this long, because then the doctor could come and fix my shunt instead of having to go through see a neurosurgeon and a gut doctor and having them have to do it, which makes me so happy. And I didn't realize who my dad really was until I watched Cocaine Bear, and that Blue Blood, birds of a feather flock together, came down from the sky with all that cocaine. After I saw that movie, I knew exactly what had happened, because he took it out on my ass every day, and then why am I Catherine Elizabeth Blake? Because I'm a rock star. She's not a rock star yet. Give her time. One of my favorite memories is fucking Josh over the freeway when I hit the ceiling in Amsterdam after this guy told me he didn't think I was pretty. I was like, oh, well, I'm going to give you something you're never going to get from another human being as long as you live. Too bad I didn't realize it goes both ways. It's like bisexuality. You go both ways. Or have a lesbian ideology in your mind that there's only one woman for you. All the rest can go screw. Let's see. My husband used to hold his hard-ons until he would come just a little bit, because he would always just get right to the peak, and then he'd have to slow down because he had to wait until I said, come, and you can come now. And we would fuck 4 hours. 4 hours, especially on the Saturday night special. It was so special. Let's see. Josh used to hold his hand all the way to the end of the bed to see how many fucks I could give that would reach his hands. That was fun. Oh, good, I'm at the last page. Let's make it 20 minutes just for you two. My husband and I had something both with girl cum. And then he was always singing, splish splash, I haven't taken a bath. All in Catherine's cunt. Woohoo, there goes her shoes. And wrapped her feet around me. If I could do something for anybody, it would be all the people along the coast of Africa, so we could go do shipping containers and fill them with flowers and stuff, herbs and grapes, so that those people have something to eat instead of monkey brains, which is something I think that's probably what caused AIDS. Them eating monkey brains, or parts of monkeys that they shouldn't have been doing. And they didn't know it was going to cause a pandemic. Or wait, should I say, what is not a pandemic, but the smaller one? I can't think right now. Let's see. We need to use the Navy to clean up the ocean and watch those dirty fucking Russians and how they're sitting in the harbor in Cuba. I have 3 favorite museums. Number 3 is the Norton Simon Museum. Number 2 are both Gettys. They conglomerate each other. And the number 1 museum is Catherine's Palace, because I certainly loved seeing her body engraved, thinking one of these days we can reanimate her ass with her DNA, just like we can recreate Nicholas and all his family. if there's bones. Sometimes I just think to myself, what would Jesus do? And then I remember that the sun that shone on Jesus also shines on me. So since that happens, that's one of the reasons I believe in Jesus. I hope you had a beautiful morning. I haven't gone to sleep yet because I've been excited about stuff, about people. Thank you for watching me. Maybe I should put some lipstick on real quick and then give you a real kiss. Let's see. That's not the lipstick.